Amid growing concerns over potential changes to the European Union's EU's visa regulations, the government of St. Lucia is reassuring the public about the future of the country's Citizenship-by-Investment CIP program. The clarification follows the European Parliament's Committee on Civil Liberties, Justice and Home Affairs LIBE approval of amendments that could lead to the suspension of visa-free access to the European Union for Caribbean nations operating CBI programs. Speaking at a pre-cabinet press briefing on Monday, St. Lucia's Tourism and Investment Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire sought to clarify the European Union's stance on the latest developments regarding the new amendments.
EU now has a regime where the countries that have visa-free access, if their citizens behave in a particular manner that is injurious to the interests of the EU, they can stop that visa-free access. So there are a number of areas for certain actions. If they become of concern to the EU, they can.
He also clarified that the countries under scrutiny will be given an opportunity to resolve the challenges raised by the EU before any visa-free access is revoked.
It explains that the EU will first say to a country that we have X problem, we have seen an acceleration of a certain incidence of a certain behavior or actions or whatever, and you should act on it. If the country does not act on it, the EU then will give them a period over which to solve the problem, or else they will use visa access. So the first thing, they notify you, then they serve notice on you that if you don't do something about it, they will remove visa-free access, and then if still you do nothing about it, they will remove the privilege you have of visa-free access for your nationals and citizens.
In the meantime, Minister Hilaire says the new amendments are specifically designed to target individuals who use the visa-free access granted by the Citizenship-by-Investment programs to seek asylum in the EU.
What the EU is doing now, the EU is saying, look, we have noticed that we've recognized the possibility for people with CIP citizenships to come into the EU and seek asylum. And therefore, because they have visa-free access, they can come in, and when they are in, they will claim asylum. So we want to put measures in place. If that should happen, then we can serve notice that, look, there is an escalation in persons with CIP passports seeking asylum, if it happens, and to alert the countries to do something about it, and if they do nothing about it, then to waive visa-free access. So what the EU is doing really is to add CIP to the existing list of persons that can qualify, can be asked to, countries that can be asked to take action because their citizens are violating the rules of the EU.
St. Lucia's Tourism and Investment Minister, Dr. Ernest Hilaire.